Arsenal bombshell, €195 million double transfer deal? Bruno Guimarães and Yan Diomande transfers done? Arsenal transfer news. Welcome back to Arsenal, Fans Focus Media, your home for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, transfer rumours, dramatic transfer stories, and everything happening around the Gunners. Arsenal fans, the transfer window has exploded with a massive story. Reports and transfer speculation are now linking Arsenal with a potential double deal involving two exciting names: Newcastle United midfielder Bruno Guimarães and young attacking talent Yan Diomande. A potential package worth around €195 million would represent one of the biggest transfer moves in Arsenal's history. Two players, two different positions, two completely different profiles. But one enormous Arsenal dream. Could Bruno Guimarães be ready to bring his experience, leadership, strength and midfield quality to the Emirates? Could Yan Diomande become the next young attacking star to join Mikel Arteta's project? And could Arsenal really be preparing a massive double transfer move? The excitement among Gunners supporters is growing. But before we get carried away, there is one important point. Unless Arsenal, Newcastle United or the players' clubs officially confirm the transfers, supporters should treat this as developing transfer news and speculation. However, the possibility alone is enough to create a huge conversation. Bruno Guimarães, the midfield dream. For years, Arsenal supporters have wanted more elite quality in midfield. The Gunners already have important players in the centre of the pitch. Declan Rice brings power, energy, defensive quality and leadership. Martin Odegaard brings creativity, intelligence and technical quality. Mikel Merino brings experience and physical strength. But Bruno Guimarães could bring something different. He is a player who can control the rhythm of a match. He can receive the ball under pressure. He can make difficult passes. He can win challenges. He can help his team build from deep. He can also bring personality and leadership. And in the biggest matches, Arsenal need players who are not afraid of pressure. Bruno has played in intense Premier League matches. He understands the physical demands, he understands the pressure, he understands what it means to compete at the highest level. That experience could be extremely valuable for Arsenal. Bruno Guimarães and Declan Rice. Imagine Arsenal's midfield. Declan Rice, Bruno Guimarães, Martin Odegaard. That combination immediately creates excitement. Rice could provide defensive strength and energy. Bruno could control the tempo and help progress the ball. Odegaard could create chances and connect the midfield with the attack. Together, they could form one of the most complete midfield combinations in the Premier League. Imagine Arsenal playing against a powerful opponent. The opposition presses. Bruno receives the ball. He turns away from pressure. He finds Rice. Rice carries the ball forward. Odegaard receives it between the lines. Suddenly, Arsenal are attacking. This is the type of football Arsenal supporters dream about. Control, quality, intelligence, power, and creativity. The €195 million. Questioner clubs competing for the Premier League and Champions League need quality. They need depth. They need players who can perform under pressure. If Arsenal believe Bruno Guimarães, and every player must fight for the team. That is how strong squads are built. The Arsenal attacking dream. Imagine Arsenal's attacking options: Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, Yan Diomande, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, and other attacking players. That would give Arteta multiple options. He could change the attack depending on the opponent. He could use pace against teams that defend high. He could use creativity against teams that defend deeply. He could rotate players during a demanding season. The Premier League is not won with only 11 players. The Champions League is not won with only 11 players. A club needs a complete squad, and Yan Diomande could become an important part of that future. Imagine the Emirates Stadium. The atmosphere is incredible. Arsenal are playing a huge Champions League match. The defender moves towards him. The crowd begins to rise. Diomande accelerates. He beats the defender. He enters the penalty area. The stadium is screaming. He delivers the final pass. Goal! The Emirates explodes. That is how young players become heroes. One moment, one match, one unforgettable goal. Why the double deal would be so important. A double deal involving Bruno Guimarães and Yan Diomande would give Arsenal two completely different qualities. Bruno could help Arsenal immediately. He could add experience. He could add leadership. He could improve the midfield. Diomande could help Arsenal for the future. He could develop. He could grow. He could become a major star. One signing for the present. One signing for the future. This is the type of strategy that can help a club remain competitive for many years. But the challenge is making the deal happen. The transfer window is unpredictable. Transfer stories can change in a matter of hours. One day a deal appears close. The next day negotiations collapse. A player can change his mind. A club can change its demands. Another team can enter the race. That is why Arsenal supporters should always wait for official confirmation. The reported €195 million figure is huge. The potential double deal is exciting. But until the clubs officially announce the transfers, the story remains a developing transfer situation. Still, that does not stop Arsenal fans from dreaming. Could Bruno and Diomande help Arsenal win trophies? This is the most important question. Arsenal supporters want trophies. They want the Premier League title. They want Champions League success. They want unforgettable nights. Bruno Guimarães could help Arsenal control difficult matches. He could bring experience in important games. He could give the midfield more quality and strength. Yan Diomande could provide attacking energy. He could become a player who changes matches. Together they could potentially make Arsenal stronger. But transfers alone do not guarantee trophies. The players must adapt. The manager must build the system. The team must stay healthy. The squad must remain united. And the players must perform under pressure. That is the real challenge. The Arteta revolution continues. Mikel Arteta has spent years building Arsenal into a serious title contender. The club has developed a clear identity. The team wants to dominate matches. The players are expected to work hard. The supporters expect ambition. Every transfer is part of the bigger plan. Bruno Guimarães could represent the next step in midfield. Yan Diomande could represent the next generation of Arsenal stars. If both players eventually arrive, the Gunners could have an exciting combination of experience and potential. And that is exactly what every successful football club needs. The big question for Arsenal fans. Would you spend around €195 million on Bruno Guimarães and Yan Diomande? Would Bruno be the perfect midfielder for Arsenal? Could Yan Diomande become the next big superstar at the Emirates? Should Arsenal sign both players? Or should the club focus its money on other positions? Every Arsenal fan will have an opinion. Some supporters will believe Bruno is exactly what the midfield needs. Others will believe the money should be invested in another position. Some will see Diomande as an exciting future superstar. Others will prefer a more experienced attacking player. That is what makes the transfer window so exciting. Every rumour creates a debate. Every possibility creates a dream. And every official announcement can change everything. Final message: Arsenal's reported interest in a potential €195 million double deal involving Bruno Guimarães and Yan Diomande has created huge excitement among Gunners supporters. Bruno Guimarães could bring leadership, experience, technical quality and midfield control. Yan Diomande could bring youth, speed, energy and enormous potential. Together they could represent a powerful combination for Arsenal's present and future. But for now, Arsenal fans must wait for official confirmation. The transfer window is unpredictable. Rumours can change, negotiations can develop, deals can collapse. But one thing is certain. The Gunners are looking to build a squad capable of competing for the biggest trophies in world football. And if Arsenal could complete a double deal of this magnitude, it would send a huge message to the Premier League. Arsenal are ambitious. Arsenal want to win. Arsenal are building. And the next chapter of the Gunners' transfer story could be absolutely massive. Now we want to hear from you. Would you sign Bruno Guimarães? Would you sign Yan Diomande? Is a €195 million double deal worth it? Could Bruno Guimarães transform Arsenal's midfield? Could Yan Diomande become a future Arsenal superstar? Do you believe Arsenal can win the Premier League and Champions League? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this massive Arsenal transfer update, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Arsenal Fans Focus Media, and turn on the notification bell for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, transfer rumours, player analysis, and exclusive Gunners content. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Gunners! Arsenal Fans Focus Media, where every transfer dream becomes a story.